Restarted. Aha, there we go. Hello, YouTubers. Pop-out chat still working. Let's put stream health on there. Notifications tell me I've gone live on YouTube. Funny. Yeah, move that over there so we're not sharing stuff we shouldn't share. Oh, you gonna be like that, are you? All I need is a little bit of blue tack. Anywho, I see you. You see me. Oh, what is it? I see you watching me, watching you, watching me. What is it? Don't let me catch you watching me, watching you again. That was the thing. Well, since last time we streamed, still been working on, in effect, this modular background thing, and then I've submitted it to Steam to make sure it's in line with their generative AI guidelines. That's been in support for a few days, and it's probably going to take another few days, working days, for them to get back. Fingers crossed, you know, the jacket is fine. From what the guidelines say, from what the asset creators said, it currently falls within their definition. Using public domains images, so hopefully no issues. No. I was doing a bunch of testings. Anywho, it all works as it should. This is what working. Can override light settings. Disable it, change it back, and they go back in, or you say keep them. It keeps them, or disable it to switch it back. So I think I'll do that. I know how it works. Works for me. Happy days. And or you can now have negative. No, you can't have negative values. Well, it loads in negative values, so that at least that works, you know, based on negative values. So, you know, maybe we'll do it where you can type in the negative value and it'll convert it to a 360 value. But you can just do that. Who knows? And oh yeah, the other thing is I've got the HDR values to work, but you can't see any preview on there, so maybe it's stuff in the future to do if I ever release it publicly. Then we get the HDR preview in here for the intensity. That shouldn't be too hard, he says. Yeah, that color picker program is really neat. Does the job. I was using it wrong in a few places, which caused issues. Like, needs to be enabled first time before you're setting it, and I was setting it and then enabling it, wasn't working right. Heard less about that. So we've got our skybox, we can put a sun in there, move it wherever we want. Whee! The other thing is we need to make this rotatable, knowing direction, whatnot. A bit of rotation if we wanted it. And the good thing is it works now. Because one of the things it didn't do is it ignored the order that they were created when I added them, but that was a me fault. Because there was a something in the asset. So if you ever use this CW background script, there's just a method to say like update order, which this option will run manually. What you can call the public method programmatically, and that solved the issue. So that was good. Works in build mode. I sent that build off to Steam. I just basically put all the assets in and told them how to use them. That was the other thing, getting this to work, which the asset itself does, and because we didn't have the ordering, it was doing dodgy things, but thankfully it's clever and it knows what it should be doing, like that. So just make sure the order of assets are correctly done, and then there we go. A screen you've seen probably so many times before. Oh, this is, I was testing on another asset, so this is the first mission in the campaign. But now it's like, oh look, we've got things, skyboxes. So yep, that's all cool. Happy with that. I can delete that because it's not a thing. I noticed that literally every asset I have used, mission I've created, should I say, pretty much just use the one background. That one. So that'll be interesting for players coming back and playing it when we really eventually release this. Assuming Valve's happy that it meets their guidelines. I'm hopeful it does. It meets the guidelines for the Unity asset store. He's been on there years and he's got another asset that he's done the same thing with, so I expect there to be no copyright infringements going on there at all using public domain assets, since it's free to use for everything. So, yeah. Anyhow, that leads us to this undecided on stream and do what's going on here. Attempting to load asset reference that has already been loaded is exposed through getter up handle. Right? Well, what's the asset? It would be nice to know. Skybox selector. do it again. Attempting to use invalid operation handle. So we just not reset something on load, is that correct? Yeah. That'll be it, won't it? Why is it calling it here? Well, hang on a minute. So the asset ref is that. So why is that a particular issue after loading it? What we're saying, is that valid when it's not? Interesting. How can it be valid when it's not valid? So, Skybox internal. So what are we doing? We're saying the operation handle is valid when it's not, because reasons. I got the skybox asset reference. So what does the message say? Load an asset already loaded. Handle is exposed. The operation handle is exposed. Well, how? So, we're looking at this. Is it valid? So we're attempting to use an invalid handler at this point. Alright, so how do we clear it? Make it null or whatever. It's not valid if that's the case, isn't it? And then we do that, and we get our skybox. And then we wait on it, so... And then we get an error. Oh look, it succeeded. What? It's not succeeded then, is it? So it throws an error, continues to use invalid operation handle. Can we just clear the handle? How do you clear this? Right, when it's first declared. Hey, Darth Vader, there you are. Sorry, I wasn't looking at that side of the chat. Too busy looking at the code. Oh, come on. Let's see. Can we just... What's the base? Reset. Release. Release. We just need to call release on that. So when would we have needed to release? Oh, obviously, when we clear the skybox. Because that's something I added in there, isn't it? Because we're now done release. No? Is it not you? I have to do it that way. Okay. This is a little weird though. Why? Because what did we set null up here? The skybox, which is a reference. And we don't clear that, so why is that putting it in a weird state? So my question is, how do we do that? So modular background, do that, and then straight away we got an error. Why? Can I do that? No. Do that. And that way it'll get released if that's consistent and set with how it needs to be set. Why is it only now an issue though? Or did I just not notice the error before? No. It is a recent change. Something I've done over the week. But I have no idea what. So... Right, we'll leave that. We'll load... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. No error, and then what would have caused the error now? Do I load it again? Oh. That was you. No. Like that. Yeah, no. Interesting. Fingers crossed we just fixed the problem, even though I don't quite understand why. Oh yeah, let's do private void on destroy, and then do that. Okay, let's back on track to what we're doing, which is that third mission of chapter 3. Let's load the mission. Well, this is what we're planning on doing it. So we have our starting point. Maybe that can be done. In the same thing, or in the same nav point, and then these are other nav points, which then, depending on previous actions, slightly vary. Now we've got to remember what did we do? So, looking at this, such a big file, it's like 1,000 lines in that code. So, here, we set up our variables. And that one. Alright, so for now, I'll just not worry about that, because we're needing to use a variable. What do I call them? That's the thing, isn't it? So, in here, in our random campaign publisher, is it the persistent? Yeah. So we want that. So maybe that one. So we'll have a persistent variable. go. That'll do. Right, back on there. Yeah, whatever. And what persistent variables do we have here? Okay. Why you always opening up? Freaking edge. Microsoft once again going to get themselves fined by the EU by forcing their browser over and above other browsers, and also making it change back to their browser as a default browser. And it was set to something else already. It's not the first, second off, but this might be the third time that they'll get taken to court over that. Right, now I've got the correct screen on there. Now we can just ignore it. So, third mission, progressing the storyline without giving too much away. Now have some persistent variables we need. And then so I'm just gonna do this. Let's just do the next nav point. And then let's see. These need to change. So in the loadout screen, Really? I'll have to sort that out some other day. Why are we even putting you in there? That hilarious mining meme doesn't have any costs assigned to it. Fine. No, that wasn't what I was selecting, was it? Just, Right, okay. Right, I'll just save this as miner. Mining. This means I now need to consider mining layouts. Let's see. Really? No primary weapon slots for you? I probably need to define the size. And here. I think that's about enough for now. I need to really define that third faction a little better for civilians. Or not, depends how they get used further on. It's not playable, so. Right, now that we've defined some mining layouts. So this really depends now. So we'll start off as neutral. as a default. And then we need to stick them in here. New group. So how do we define our groups? Whether this is nav 2 or whatnot. You can always rename the groups. And then I'll keep them like that for now. And then in our conditional actions, set them on the way. So we do an initialization, and then we can have show. I mean, we could do it here, but why would we do it here when we should get everything set up in here? I love that I added that little insert below button. Saves me from adding stuff which gets put on the bottom and then dragging them all the way up. Which I did when I was doing the last mission, because it turned out there's like over 100 triggers and actions, which was quite a lot. In fact, it's more than that. It's like I did it when it reached that point. See, civilian intent. Let's see. So actually I have to do it on here. And where is it? Variable unchanged. So I will get caught checked straight away anyway. Gets called if the variable itself is changed or when we first enable the trigger. So we're gonna have close your eyes if you don't want spoilers. That. Oh, I should actually be that. So. And then set a variable. Ooh. Bedtime. Bedtime. Right, variable. Not extraction. Variable set. This is our save intent. So we'll set it to a specific value so we know what their intentions are. So we can actually, let's do it. So save intent A, that's equal to 0. And then so we're going it this way. They're friendly and healthy. They're friendly and unhealthy. They're hostile and healthy, and hostile and unhealthy. So A, B, C, D. Oh, neutral. Actually, oh yeah, that could be. That could be a thing. But also not immediate. Not immediate, like they would. So we can still do what we're doing. And is it that one? I don't know if it was that or not. Anyhow, I'll have to review the last mission. Let's just stick on to the path. So, neutral. Let's see. Let's just extend that box. Oh, ugh. Is there a third one? Could there be a third one? Let's see, the third. Yes. So these are our possibilities. Did that just extend for me? It did extend. Okay. Why is it not automatically extending with some setting? It's probably a max one as well. But there we go. That's very easy to read. Oh, I just have to click it and it does it anyway. Blech. Hilarious. Alright. So there's our possibilities. Whether or not we use it. And we'll just say yes and put that in here. That's good. Ugh. Guess status is a bit better than intent. Because it's not intent, is it? Intent and health. So no idea of it. So if that's 0 and oh my word, it's going to be a huge set of freaking if statements in effect. Blah, blah. Now, then that could actually be that. I think one of the other things I might like to do is populate the description based on the conditions and actions. Maybe. Where various things change. But again, that would be like if it's publicly releasing this level editor, which I'm not, so. Not this time anyway. Not since no one used it really in Absolute Territory. They certainly might have created some missions for themselves, but they never used the workshop to upload anything, which was a little disappointing. I thought it might have been a bit better off, but I'm glad I did a single player campaign for it, because the intent was just to ship it and have people create their own missions to share. So, yeah. Didn't work. So that's Earth. Well, why don't we do it where... Well, actually, this would be a case of maybe not using that, but we'll keep it that. It was like any some you know, a state of, which I should set in there, but we'll just keep it at that for now. Same with that. Still end up using it, just not that particular one, I guess. So, healthy, neutral and healthy. Let's do it. So we're not going to use them. We'll have let's see, what will we call that? You know what? I'm sure. I added like conditions of the outcomes of the last mission. That's what we should be using. So we have that. Okay. What is this one? That's an immediate one. Let's see, so as well start at the top. Broke it into events. Start event 1. So we have a bit of... Alright, yeah. What do we do there? Oh, we have states. States. Do I define those states? Then E1 state. So that's what we want. Shall we have free? Free. Oh. That's what that would be. So maybe we want that. This is what we wanted. In fact, it's going to be right. And then we have 2. has the handling. So really we need another state to determine this. So only 5, 6, 7, 9. So really, that would be a do we know what calls 93? That's another thing. Oh, 180. No wonder why there's so much. It might be nice to click something and then know what calls it. This is why scripting mission takes so long. Oh, there we go. That's what you call, so... When do you call that? 2B, 2A. So when do you decide which is calling what? It's there. Alright. 2, 3. And then that determines if else. It's 87, yeah, okay. That makes sense now. So in this we need to know what happened really early. So that feeds into potential friendly. Oh my word. My head hurts. My head hurts trying to think about it. Right, so I reckon if right. Alright, okay, I think I've got an idea of how this is going to be handled. So we have this variable in the last mission which determines the first part. However, what we want, well, let's just say it might not even be possible. Well, we could use this as skills as an indication. But then, going forward, we'd like to know. Oh, what do they call it in games where so if that, then it says that. So I'm just trying to determine, set something up. So less than equal to neutral and hostile. So that'll be for this, setting that. 1, 2, 3. So that's what we'll set it to based on that. Or will set it to. So we've got the legions, and then I suppose we should just do this one as well. Where did I make any changes to this? I don't know. Oh boy. Oh, let's not bother saving it. Oh, the agony. You know, I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. Woo. Let's just take a quick break. Shall be right back. Just... Oh, nearly did it again. Sit back. Don't switch the screen. Derp. Okie dokie. So that's going to be based on escaping. Okay. Setting ratings up for the health. I don't know why I did it that way. Da, da, da. That's unrelated. Bleh. So that's this one. So let's see, equals a 1. Excuse me. Two. Three, then. Severe.
61 long live Joe underscore which scammer just followed.
What a muppet. And just start spamming. Doop. Doop. Da, da, da. See, look, same thing. Long live KO, Twitch scam you, and then a little bit of changes here and there. It is, you get excited that someone was actually watching me. Oh well. He's obviously got mental health issues, whoever they are. Everyone has actual opportunities to do good in the world, in their corner of the world. But they choose to try and get other people to do it on their behalf instead because they're fucking lazy. Put in the fucking work. Now. What? Come on, please. Really? Fuck me. Why can't you let me just fucking copy that, you bastard? It does, but it doesn't let me paste it into... Oh, now it does! Garbage fucking stuff. So why is that not cleared? Purge. Oh, it did. Just doesn't purge for me. Cool. Neato burrito. Count correct. 6 minutes ago. So they create an account. And they start spamming. It's like 6 minutes. Okay, so... Oh, for fuck's sake. Twitch dashboard update, you wanker. Let's see. am I looking? Settings? Moderation? And then oh, that's not what I wanted. That is what we wanted. Uh-huh. So I'll just make them. There we go. Well, we'll see how that goes. More can be done. I'm doing very basic stuff compared to more savvy people. Now, before we was distracted. So this is going to be Civ health, thickness. So that will get it set in last mission. And this same. And then could then actually, based on that mission, well, no, we'll keep that, but we've now got this. So we got the Allegiance and Sickness. Which then do we actually need to do A, B, C, D, E, F? I'm just not. Yeah, we'll still do that. Because otherwise we might have to be setting it out everywhere. No other way of really handling that. It's just the way it is. Am I? Speakers on. I don't know if that was echoing. Shouldn't have been. What time is it? An hour and 40. Might just leave it at 2 hours today. Ease myself back in. It's been a week. Oh, I need a bit of a break. Maybe I will pull some weeds out my garden. If it remains sunny, it's very windy out there. Exciting times. Right, so we have Allegiance. Oh. So if it's 1, it's friendly. About. So let's start neutral. Neutral, Civil Allegiance is 2. Oh, I got that as less than equal to. It's just. Okay. Civ Allegiance, Civ Sickness, so it's 2, neutral. And then if Sickness is... Ugh. No. Just no. Let's not do that. So if civilian 10 equals to neutral. So that's 2, neutral. And we really they don't need to do this, but we're going to do it anyway. Otherwise, this is hostile. 3. Well, start off friendly, so let's just do that. 1. Friendly. We'll do this. Do that, and if it's failed, and do the hostile. And then if that one fails, then we're done. We don't do anything. So if it can fail, this should then disable it. It won't check that again. Because that value is not going to be changing anyway. At least, not yet. Not for this purpose. I've got the intent in there. And then this is where we're going to use it. Yeah, why did I do it in the other one? It doesn't exist there. Then do it hostile, and then if that fails, call that, and then if this fails, we're done. this screen I can update more as well, like variables that we can set at the start if we're not on the first one, and then the nav point to begin at. Yeah. No, we're out with testing. Another day. Another day. So, either you're friendly or you're hostile. Make sure that. And then, what we're going to do with you, I can't think. I'm going to stop streaming because my headache's coming on. Thanks for watching. You're wondering what I'm working on. Don't want to turn the microphone off, do I? Green thing. This is what I'm working on. It's on Steam. Little space combat. But rather than little fighters, bigger ships with turrets. It's campaign based. It's story based campaign. Split up with like random side missions for you to play and grind your gear, grind prestige to buy new weapons, equipment, ships, increase the size of your fleet, your little fleet group that you have. And it's an early access. There is a demo, so try before you buy. And leave me your feedback as well. But hit that follow button, like button, whichever platform you're on, and see you next time.